great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Crosses to 40. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football.
Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Cardinal! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So Duke's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the start point.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Pierre. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Power football with the run. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Showing the arm strength to the left.
My God.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Pettis. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pettis. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll just keep slinging it. He's got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
On that RPO, the QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. It wasn't spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Running back searching for a hole. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Now the toss. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Now, 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
On the run, it's Daniel. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Going up top on 1st down. Lets it fly. And he's got it. Touchdown, Duke.
That is so impressive. Not only was it a great catch, but also he made sure he had 1 foot in bounds to get the touchdown. Beautiful job.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Chancellor. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Final play of the quarter coming. The give from the gun. The pirouette on the run. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the 1st. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's past the 30. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go with a direct snap. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Now on the move. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Gets it out quickly. Great veteran presence in the pocket. He knew he was going to take a hit on that one. This offense has a second down play.
Yeah, and what a good job by the defense. The objective number 1 in the passing game. Get pressure on the quarterback.
All kinds of running room. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. From the red zone, looking for a space. He looks that one in nicely. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. We saw that right there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the D deny them on second and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Ready to try the point after.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's looking for an open man on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Wide out in motion. They're going to throw it on third and goal. They'll run the screen. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
We'll give the defense credit there on third down. It almost looked like they were expecting the screen. They gave up a few yards, but not enough for a first down. Now they've got a chance to get off the field.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. First and 10 from their own 13. He wants to throw. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Yeah, and you hear it all the time. Coaches talk about it. Don't throw across your body. Don't throw across your body. These guys nowadays, they do it more and more because they're more athletic and they can change their arm angles all the time. But right there, it was an incompletion. It was an interception. So you might get like a little bit of a yell from your coaches, but nothing too big.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. He's going to pass. He's got his man. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Looking left. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Palo Alto as we say hello from our broadcast studios. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those 1st downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the 1st down with your feet can be.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Quick release on the RPO. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Duke. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Iowa State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Ames. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Complete to start this drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running down, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break it...
Oh, and it's picked off, threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Pulls it in. It's Pierre. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. He'll do it himself. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Third down play from the gun. Now improvising. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got...
Brings it in down the left side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Touch pass on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're bringing heat. Forced out of the pocket. Fires on the move. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football. Get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover. And obviously this...
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively?